What do you think about everything that's going on with Taylor Swift right now? In this video, we're counting down top 10 scary reasons why we should be worried about Taylor Swift. If you like this video and want to see more like it, please be sure to like and subscribe. Number 10, ex-girlfriend's warning. So Taylor Swift recently received a very harsh warning from Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend, who claimed that he cheated on her years ago and that he will most likely do it again. So now it seems like Taylor's new boyfriend from the Kansas City Chiefs has a ton of red flags that she really needs to watch out for. Maya Benberry dated Travis for several months back in 2016, and now she's come out of the woodwork to expose him. She spoke to Daily Mail and straight up said that he was unfaithful to her during their relationship. She even used the phrase, "once a cheater, always a cheater," and she addressed Taylor Swift directly, saying, "Taylor seems like such a fun girl with a beautiful spirit, so I wish her the best of luck. But I wouldn't be a girl's girl if I didn't advise her to be smart. I'm sure by now she has mastered the ability to see who is really there for her and who is just using her. I can only hope that she comes out this the teacher and not the student." So it looks like Maya had a really bad experience dating Travis, and now she is trying to warn Taylor about getting involved with him as well. Of course, Travis has denied the accusations, and then he went on to accuse Maya of trying to get her 15 minutes of fame. But it is a little hard to ignore her comments completely. Number 9, cheating accusations. As we know, Travis is now being called out for cheating. Maya is the loudest voice when it comes to this accusation. She's the one who actually dated Travis after winning his e-dating reality series called Catching Kelce, which we'll get into more of later. So soon after they split up, she went on to accuse him of cheating on her with sports broadcaster Kayla Nicole. She claimed that there was some overlap with their relationship. She went on a Twitter rant and wrote, "When you and your ex-boyfriend broke up 5 months ago, but you find out via social media that he has supposedly been in another relationship for 6. For his part, Travis never spoke publicly about these claims. He only said that it was all fake news. But he also faced allegations of infidelity during his brief breakup with Nicole in 2020. They finally called it quits in May of 2022, and then rumors swirled that it was financially driven, with the 2-time Super Bowl winner keen to go 50-50 with the fashion influencer and journalist. But that was denied by both of them, who have since removed each other from their social media. Now obviously no one knows for sure what really happened between them, but whatever it was, that breakup sounded like it was a pretty big deal at the time. Number 8, how they met. Talk of Taylor and Travis's romance first started when he revealed on his podcast that he tried to get her attention at the KC concert with a friendship bracelet that had his phone number on it. Unfortunately, Taylor had left the stadium before he could get it to her, but she did find out about it after that conversation went public. As speculation started to grow, his brother Jason Kelce stoked the flames further during an interview where he talked about the dating rumors and called them 100% true. He also said that they were doing great together. Eventually, Travis addressed the rumors in his own interview and said, "I threw it out there, I threw the ball in her court." And clearly this did the job, because weeks later Taylor was seen getting into the game as the Kansas City Chiefs were battling the Chicago Bears. She was enthusiastically cheering him on in the VIP section right next to his mother Donna, and she was wearing all red and white to show her support for the team and looked like she was just having a blast watching the game. The two of them were then seen leaving the stadium together in Travis's vintage convertible and spending time at a private after party in Kansas City. At that same after party, there were said to be several eyewitnesses who saw them kissing and cuddling all throughout the evening. So at this point, they weren't really hiding the fact that they were together. Number 7, Kayla Nicole drama. So Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend, sports presenter Kayla, has received some major backlash ever since Taylor and Travis got together. In fact, it got so bad that she had to address being trolled online in her very own video that she posted on Instagram. So it's incredibly upsetting that toxic fans are now going after her simply for the fact that she dated Travis. Nicole's followers have called out Swifties who, for some reason, tried to pit the two women against each other, and they were leaving immature and unnecessary comments under Taylor Swift pictures on her Instagram posts. Nicole since responded in a 4-minute long video addressed to black women, where she said, "They may call you a traitor for falling in love. You'll hope the ones closest to you will protect you, but you will quickly find out that people do not protect what they don't value. They'll say you're too much, you're too provocative, too boisterous, too outspoken. And in the same breath, they'll tell you that you're not enough." She then urged women not to participate in a one-sided journey and asked them to preserve their heart even when they're trying to quantify your character character because there is power in silence. Number 6, Taylor's need for privacy. One of the main reasons that Swifties are so concerned about her new relationship is because of how public it all is. In comparison to her longest romance with Joe Alwyn, the couple hardly ever came out into the spotlight. Taylor herself spoke out many times about the importance of keeping her love life private in order to protect it. Over the years, they've had to deal with countless rumors that they had secretly gotten engaged or married on the down low. And this speculation reached new heights when Taylor was seen with a large ring on her finger in the documentary Miss Americana. With the release of Lover in 2019, this theory was absolutely everywhere. Joe eventually had to speak out about this in an interview with WSJ magazine, where he said, "If I had a pound for every time I think I've been told I'm engaged, then I'll have a pound of coins." I mean, the truth is, if the answer was yes, I wouldn't say, and if the answer was no, I wouldn't say. For her part, Taylor addresses speculation in her song Lavender Haze. She said, "Because we live in the era of social media, if the world finds out you're in love with someone, they're going to weigh in on it." She explained that she and Joe have had to dodge weird rumors and tabloid stuff, and they just ignore it. And her song Lavender Haze is also about the act of ignoring that stuff to try to protect the real thing. Number 5, Taylor's past relationships. Unlike Joe Alwyn, Matty Healy never really shied away from discussing his relationship with Taylor, even the aspects of it that he wasn't very happy with. So 2 years after meeting her, he responded to rumors that they had a relationship in a very controversial interview with Q magazine. He described what happened between them as just a flirtation, and he said that he was surprised that it made the headlines. Quote, "It's not really anything to talk about because if she wasn't Taylor Swift, we wouldn't be talking about her. She wasn't a big impact on my life. It's just interesting to me how interested the world is about Taylor Swift." He then explains that if he had gone out with her, that he would have been labeled as just Taylor Swift's boyfriend. Matty made it clear that he absolutely hated that idea, and he said that it would have been very emasculating to be in a relationship with her given her level of success. At the time, his comments received a lot of backlash for being misogynistic, and he later backpedaled with the post on Twitter, insisting that she was one of the most gracious, hardworking, creatively gifted, and beautiful women that he had ever met. Thankfully, his comments did not seem to affect their relationship too much, but fans remembered it. Number 4, Accusations of Narcissism. As we know, Maya Benberry did not mince her words when she was asked to weigh in on Travis's relationship with Taylor. In a recent interview with Inside Edition, she said that her experience dating him led her to view him as a narcissist and that she doubted the authenticity of his relationship with Taylor. Maya went on to cite his willingness to discuss her publicly as the main reason that she questions the genuineness of their connection. The life coach also says that she's been on the receiving end of negative messages sent by Swifties. And in an interesting turn of events, she said, "Swifties are aggressive, very negative, very hypercritical. It's really crazy to me that someone I think is positive and really nice has such a negative and angry fan base." She added that she does not know Taylor personally, but is a fan of her music, and said, "I'm not jealous of Taylor, she's beautiful, she's successful, we're in 2 different lanes. My issue is more with Travis." So there you have it. If that's not a warning sign, I definitely don't know what is. Number 3, The Dating Show. Back in 2016, Travis Kelce was being pursued on the e-dating reality series Catching Kelce. In describing the show, he said, "It was kind of like The Bachelor, except instead of roses, I handed out footballs, and instead of watching, people did not." So clearly Travis has been trying to make a joke out of it. He said that the show is owned by NBC Universal, so it should be on Peacock, but Peacock said, "Nah, we're good." Though you might be wondering, how on earth did he get his own dating show in the first place? Well, despite a 5-year and $46 million contract extension with the Chiefs, Travis said that in those days he was actually strapped for cash. He said that there were times in the off-season that he was avoiding the rent lady. It was that bad. So finally he gave in. He heard about the situation where he could make 6 figures in 2 weeks, and of course, when he heard about the 50 ladies, he was a lot more interested. Similar to Love is Blind or Too Hot to Handle, the idea behind Catching Kelce is that 50 women, one from each state, would compete for his affections. But unlike on The Bachelor, the winner could not expect an engagement, and they didn't win a cash prize. They'd only get the treasured title of Kelce's first girlfriend in the NFL. In fact, apparently Kelce turned down the show 100 times, but eventually that amount of money would start to look good for everyone. Number 2, growing backlash. The backlash surrounding the couple has gotten so bad recently that the NFL had to release a statement defending their coverage of Taylor Swift. They said, "We frequently change our bios and profile imagery based on what is happening in and around our games as well as culturally. The Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce news has been a pop cultural moment that we've leaned into in real time, as it's an intersection of sport and entertainment, and we've seen an incredible amount of positivity around the sport. But clearly the fact that they even needed to put this statement out there in the first place just shows you that they've received a lot of pushback. So 2 weeks ago, Taylor got booed by thousands of people at an NFL game when the Giants and the Seahawks were playing at MetLife Stadium, and a ton of NFL fans made it clear that they did not like her. While she wasn't physically present at the game, she still somehow managed to get booed when an ad for her Eras tour popped up on the scoreboard. Thousands of people in the crowd then started booing as an image of her was shown on the big screen, never mind the fact that it was actually just an ad. And coming in at number 1, celebrity criticism. Olivia Wilde had people wondering what exactly she has against Taylor Swift after she weighed in on her romance with Travis Kelce. On her Instagram story, she posted someone else's tweet, said, "I wish Taylor Swift was in love with a climate scientist and not the NFL star." So judging from this post, it's pretty obvious that Olivia was alluding to reports of Taylor's significant carbon footprint. So just last year, she was named as one of the celebrities with the worst private jet CO2 emissions. Based on data from the Celebrity Jet's X account, they found that her jet had made 170 trips between January and July of 2022, creating an estimate 8,000 metric tons of CO2. Her team then defended these numbers and told Rolling Stone that her jet is loaned out regularly to other celebrities. So to attribute most or all of these trips to her would be blatantly incorrect. But even so, fans were not too happy. One viral tweet said, "Taylor Swift saying she wants to run away to the lakes and live out the rest of her life surrounded by nature, and then being responsible for 8,000 tons of carbon emissions is so unserious." And now that people are once again talking about her jet controversy, another theory has been spreading across the internet. And it's a bit too detailed to mention here, but if you're interested, be sure to Google that. So what do you think about everything on this list? Please let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.